Hey, pre-notification gang. Thanks for Prime, Jordan. Thanks for resub, Rick. The resub, Von Lego and Cheese Roll. And the resub, Zotorius. When do I think the Elden Ring DLC is going to drop? Later this year. Like late this year. Probably November. That'd be my guess. Thanks for resub, Boyman, Stacy, KT, Anime Waifu, Nova, Cossin, and Bugs. And soft serve. Thanks for resub, Camino. And the resub, Teeny Tiny. You ever play Phasmo? Yeah, I did. It was fun. That was a fun game. Thanks for resub, Jodansky. And the resub, Parkour. And Yave. I know Tom Cruise is 60 years old. Yeah, I did. That guy's a fucking vampire. He still does like most of his own stunts too, which is just crazy. I saw a clip the other day where he like ramped a motorcycle off of a giant contraption over like the Grand Canyon or some shit. Yeah, guy's wild. Thanks for some Ghoulish, Leon, Stigglypuff, and Tier 1. Akalada. And the 5 gift subs, Wayball. Thank you for that, Way. And the resub, Seaberg. And the. Whoa! Thank you for the fat drop. Jesus Christ. Thank you, Ghoul. Thank you for that fat one. And then Tier 1, Ime. Resub, Dipping Sauce, Downstairs, and 60. Good to see you, Ghoul. Hope you've been well. There's a Producer and Jaleesa. You playing Wulong tonight? No, it's not out yet. It's still just the demo. Pharrell Williams is a vampire. Dude's 49, looks 25. Yeah, there's just some kind of like superhuman anti-aging component some people have. Paul Rudd, Pharrell, Jared Leto, Tom Cruise. Yeah. There's a resub, Elder Rasher, Wazy, Purple, Midnight, Halo, and the Prime, Ash, and Courtesy. Adrenochrome. Yeah, maybe Adrenochrome. Thanks for the gift sub, Lenny. And the resub, Cozy. Team Ninja games are always good. Team Ninja has a great record, yeah, I'm a big fan. So, I'm excited for Wulong. What are we doing tonight? Probably just shooting the shit, going over some wacky things. We played basketball today. We usually play Thursdays, but we moved it to Wednesday tonight. We had a huge squad out. High level stuff. Absolute like NBA caliber. Unfortunately, I took a bit of a boo-boo. So I got a little jammed ring finger. I don't feel like slapping on the keys with it. Thanks to resub. Balls and the Prime Jones and give sub Tyler. Nice, Atrocious. Great movie. Great movie. No, I don't know what that is, Vanch. I don't know what controversy you're talking about. Thanks to the Bits Wars and Logan. I had a fractured finger from playing basketball and I thought I just jammed it. Yeah, but I can still bend it. I can still make a fist and everything. So if it is like a fractured finger, it's probably just a hairline fracture that'll hopefully heal pretty quick. I don't know. I haven't jammed a finger in fucking 15 years maybe, so it feels like what I remember it to be. Thanks to the resub, DJ. Catch the ball at an odd angle every now and then. Yeah, that wasn't what it happened here, though. I was playing D, and someone threw a very hard pass, like, right at the finger. And I don't think the ball's what hit it. I think it was their follow-through. Hit my finger in an odd way. There's a Monado rep in the Prime Pop. Darman actors made their own studio. Oh, hype. Nice. Good for them. That's cool. Hope they do well. Thanks, resub Sigmundo. And the resub Claire and Dix Max and Claire. And the 5 gift subs Ime. Thank you for that. Resub Nate. Did you cover KSI leaving Prime? He's not leaving Prime. I'm pretty sure that's just clickbait. Quick text message though. Hold on. How does Prime taste? It's alright. I've only had it once. I tried like 4 flavors. They were all pretty good. Except the, what was it, the cherry? No, I don't think it's cherry. I don't remember. But there was only one that I didn't like. All the rest were fine. Okay, now I'm back. Thanks to 2 gift subs, Fireworks, and the resub that guy, and the Prime Tyler. Or the Bits Tyler. And resub Kimberry. Resub Kutilus. And resub Ray and Bits Christ. My friend is part of the server in the top video. He's helping in an ongoing investigation for money laundering. Oh. Interesting. That's pretty cool. You were announced for the Squidcraft games. Why didn't you show up for the event? I gave them like a warning like 11 or 12 days in advance. I couldn't make it though. I was super down to run Squid Games because I thought it'd be fun. Or, sorry, Squidcraft. But it came out, like it started on a day that I just couldn't do. So I was just unlucky that I didn't give them an advanced enough notice, so they still announced it with me in it. But I didn't just like dip, flake out, and they had no idea. I did let Rubius know I couldn't make it this time. I always make sure to update people if I can't make something that I've already committed to. Thanks to the resub, Iron, Retribution, Connor, and gift sub Celebrimbor. Thanks to the gift sub Club. Hey, Scoots. Yeah, we're going to talk about the Olympics esports shit because my god is it wacky. We'll go over that in a minute. And no, I haven't seen that world yet, Mac. Thanks for the bit stock. Thanks for the gift sub, Realist. The 5 gift subs. Thank you, Realist. And the resub, Nathaniel and Drip and Haruki. What the hell is Olympic esports? We'll talk about it in a second. Calm down. God damn. Thanks for resub, Wyatt. And resub, Honey. And resub, Charles. Thanks for bits, Jackal. What esports do they include? Probably not shooters. Brother, you are in for a very interesting revelation here for what they're offering. I'm gonna wait a minute though because this is a pretty wacky one. Thanks to resub Killer. You seen the public sex dungeon proposal at a Florida City Council meeting? Yeah. They were visited by that crew from Hellraisers, basically. Thanks to resub Victor, Ziggy, Logan, and Fuel. Thoughts on the Elden Ring DLC? I mean, I'm excited. I love Elden Ring. There's a Prime Casey. Didn't see that. How'd your Destiny 2 play out? We finished Legendary Campaign. The narrative was rough, unfortunately. All they did was just keep providing questions with no answers and just like really weird writing for like Nimbus and stuff, which is unfortunate, but the gameplay was great. Strand seems like it's going to be far from meta, but it is very fun. Though outside of the campaign, the grappling cooldown is like 2 minutes long, so it's completely worthless. Grapple will never be used, ever. It's way too long of a cooldown, unfortunately. Thanks for resubs. Sylvie, Steve, Meth, Kelly, Mac, and Tier 1 Bandit. No, I'm not going to play the Wulong demo. I'm just going to wait for the game. Nice to Tier 1 Mythic. Yeah, unfortunately with Lightfall, if you just took the first and last cutscene, that's every narrative important point that happens. Everything else is centered around just slowly drip feeding you the Strand subclass. Which is just so underwhelming. There's not even a real explanation on like how you mastered. It's just like you have to let it flow like water, and you're like, flow like water? Got it. And then you master it. And that takes like 5 hours. So it's just, the narrative just wasn't all there. But I do like a lot of the quality of life changes. I'm very, very excited for the raid. So, and I do like Strand, it's just the grapple sucks. Thanks to the resubs. Smoking Silverleaf and the Prime Nitro and gift sub Owen. Thanks to the bits again, Jackal. On my end, I didn't get a message with your first set of bits, though. I'm looking at it right now. Thanks to the resub easy. Yeah, we can talk about it. So, the Olympics, like the real Olympics, have announced that esports is entering the big boy league. Now, when you hear that, I imagine most of you envision like League of Legends, Counter-Strike, maybe even Valorant. But what if I told you it's mobile games and Wii Sports? That's what's coming to the Olympics. So, it's sports games, but only mobile sports games, pretty much. It's not even really just mobile games, it's literally browser tier games, but they're also bringing chess. Chess is hype. Chess is something to be hype about. But everything else is literally addicting games in the Olympics. It is crazy. The Olympics Esports Week. It's such a disastrous idea. I don't really get it. Hold on, let me pull up, they announced the games, like what games they are. Apparently it's open qualifiers, so if you just get the high score in their mobile games or browser games, whatever, you could actually just be an Olympic athlete. Is it in here? Where is it again? No. Oh, here we go. Each game has its own qualifying process. I didn't look at that yet, so I don't know what the qualifying process is for all of them. But here, let's show you a couple here. Archery tic-tac bow. I haven't seen this one, but I do wager this is going to be yet another mobile game. There's not even a single video of it. What a hype esport. This one I did see. This is a Nintendo Switch game. And this will produce the finest of virtual athletes the world has to offer. Look at this puppy. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Actually, hold on. We'll just do this.
I'll break it down briefly. Despite its cute look, Power Pros is actually a pretty sim-style baseball game, albeit one that is easy enough to get into.
Yeah, baby!
As players choose from a number of different pitches with the analog stick.
Nintendo farming out here.
And then decide the location before the pitch
huge
animation is completed. Then you'll throw it in there. Batting is also...
You could be looking at an Olympic athlete behind the controller of this squad. And that's the beauty of it. So that's the baseball esport. Chess is actually hype. Just Dance is there. Which is, I guess, cool. Gran Turismo is the only one that's not like a mobile tier game. And then everything else, Jesus Christ. Tennis Clash, I'm pretty sure, was the Android App Store game. Yeah, this is the Android app one. Oh, yeah. Fucking huge. Can't wait to watch that one at the Olympics. Thanks to Tier 1. Tree Fitty in the resub. Brown Bear and Prime Cactus Coda and resub Gunny. Did I ever watch Inside Job? No, but I heard great things. Thanks to resub BN. Imagine making a shovelware tennis game on your phone for some quick cash and getting asked to be in the Olympics. Isn't that beautiful? It's fucking amazing. Actually amazing. So that's the quality of game you can expect from the Olympics esports. This will absolutely die after one attempt and they're going to write it off as gamers just hate us. We'll never try this again. Where did it all go wrong? We chose the most popular titles, such as Virtual Regatta for sailing. And this shit looks straight out of like the SNES era. So again, I'm pretty sure this one's another mobile game. No, this one's not the mobile game. This wasn't the one I was thinking of, but still. Two of them are mobile games at the very least. The tennis one and something else. Thanks to the resub Berg, Hazy, Nightwish, and the Prime Saint Thick. Oh, Tic Tac Bow was the other mobile game? Gotcha. But yeah, here, let me go over how you can participate. Yes, you can play in multiple games across the 9 sports. Imagine all of us, like, at the Moist headquarters, qualify for the fucking Olympics through just playing shitty browser games. Well, except Gran Turismo, I guess. We'd probably get washed on Gran Turismo. Where can I find that info? It just says it's somewhere on here, but I don't see it. Thanks to the resub Otaku, Gamble, Ulysses, and the Prime Drunk. Oh my god, that is such a good idea. Hold on. My dad plays the fuck out of Forza right now. I'm gonna steer his sights on Gran Turismo. Have him actually train for the Olympics. That's great. Thanks to the resub alien. Okay. So where can I find the information on how you actually sign up for this? Dad needs a PS5 for Gran Turismo. He can borrow mine. Okay, I'm back. Thanks to get some coffin, and the resub Chroma, and the Prime, Cheese Hair, and Tier 1 Jackal. Oh, I'm not gonna train for the Olympics. Fuck these. It's not, well, maybe Just Dance. I actually might do well at Just Dance, but I really don't want to play browser and mobile games. I'm on the esports page. Where is this information? Does anyone in chat know? Thanks, Resubstar, Waz, and Ryan. It's at the top. Oh! You have to register to get the info? Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, okay. Looks like you have to sign up to get the info. Thanks to Resub Beach. Do you think the chess one would be good and get actual chess grandmasters, or will it be lame? I like the idea of it, but I don't think any grandmasters are gonna do it. It's kind of a mockery because they put chess in the middle of tic-tac-bow and virtual regatta, I think, right? Where were the games again? Oh no, it was actually sorry, it was even more competitive. Sandwiched in between the Nintendo Switch eShop $1 baseball game and something called Zwift. So I just don't think any grandmasters are going to actually sign up for this because it's kind of a joke. Thanks to the resub Edgy, Lachlan, Coffee, and the gift sub Coffin and resub Fox. And the resub opulent. Why mobile though? There's a lot of legit console sports games to choose from. I don't know. I have no idea. These games I've never even heard of. Tic-Tac-Bow doesn't have a single video of it. Like, I don't know why they chose these, brother. I couldn't tell you. Scroll up and press ready to play. Ah, here we go. Play beyond possible. Cool tagline. So there's 111 days. What's the format here then? Just gonna show me some gameplay of Tic-Tac-Bow. Nice. That looks promising. It's a mobile game. To take part, players need a mobile device with an internet connection, and it can be downloaded from app stores. So cool. I know this isn't how it's going to play out, but I do love the idea that high score on these games goes to the actual Olympics. So they're in like the Olympic huts with all of these like actual world caliber, perfect specimen human beings, athletic monsters, and then there's just some fucking Dorito dusted nerd, just some goofball there. He's like, hey guys, you want to read some of my hentai? I love that idea. Like, he's just in the camp with the crew. Thanks to the resub Samurai, Hello Kitty, Outdoor, and Steve. The resub Opulent. What are you talking about, Jackal? You have sent 2 messages about something that doesn't exist. There's no thing to read. What do you want to read? Why do you keep donating? Just say it. You don't have to donate. I just read the chat. Thanks a bit, Sylvie. Tic-Tac-Bow has 500 downloads on Google Play. Good lord. Only 500? Is this like a money laundering scheme or something? Did someone on the Olympics committee make that game? Like their child's school project? That's so weird. "500 of the top athletes downloaded it." Yeah, it's played only by like the actual experts. Where's some more info here? Pretty much nothing. Is this another mobile game, I wonder? No, this one doesn't look like a mobile game. This one could almost work, like with a Peloton or like a Nordic track. This one could work. Not really an e-sport that I would think of by traditional means, but it can work. It's a fitness bike app. Yeah, like I said, that one can work, but it's not really an e-sport. E-racing is real and extremely popular. No, that I know. That's a whole community that I'm familiar with. We have Nordic tracks at the warehouse. Like I'm very familiar with like stationary bikes, all that. But it's not what I would think of for an e-sport. And I also just assumed, because all the other ones are, that this was like some shovelware dog shit game. I didn't know they were actually doing like a real bike cycling app. That one can absolutely work. But I wouldn't put it in a fucking esports Olympics thing. Thanks to the resub me effect, Holy Fox, Samurai, the bit Sylvie, and Distant Kin. Yeah, maybe that's exactly what happened, Kin. Oh, that's a cool idea, Sylvie. That would be fun. I just don't know which one I'd want to do. Maybe I'd do this one, the Tennis Clash mobile game. What's the Taekwondo one? Uses motion tracking technology. Why not just actually fight? That's what Danny was saying earlier. Is Taekwondo itself in the Olympics, or is it only virtual Taekwondo now? This reminds me of the old arcade cabinets from like Disney Quest, where you have the little boxing things and it's motion, so you're punching at the guy and like dodging his punches in the real world. It's a really cool game. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Saint Thick, and the resub Real Gamer, and Wiz. Thanks to Prime Typhoon. I downloaded the bow game and it sucks ass. Sounds like a guy who's bad at archery. This is one of the finest simulators you'll ever find. Grab your phone or tablet and bring your A game, because competition will be fierce. You bet your ass it will. What if you made this into a community challenge to get Moist Esports representation at the Olympics? That's an interesting idea. That is how like the real Olympics works, with like a coach or like a sponsor kind of deal. That is an interesting idea. Moist Esports would be the only esports org with a gold medal. I wonder, does this count towards the country's actual gold medals, or is this its own complete spin-off thing? Because I know they're doing it separate with the esports week for the Olympics, but like it has to count for something, right? Like you have to still get a medal, I would think. Thanks, Resub Colt. Let's give sub Poofy. And the resub crawling. So basically Moist Esports Team America now? Yeah. Basically, I guess. It doesn't even have to be. It can be any international. Someone in EU makes it under the Moist Esports blanket. We'll take it. I mean, fuck it. We just want that gold medal. It doesn't matter what country it's for. I don't care. Just give us the gold medal. What if your dad took the gold in racing? That'd be so cool. That would actually just be so fucking cool. Thanks for resub, Cody. I feel like actual Olympic athletes would be pissed if they gave out medals for this. That's how I feel. It like kind of devalues an Olympic gold if the Olympics Esports Week mobile game, browser game extravaganza counts for real gold in your country. I feel like it would really water down the prestige, but I also just love the idea of it actually being real. These are the 5 gift subs, Dirty and Tier 1 Mackenzie. And the resub Good Vibes, Cody, and the Prime Mike. I just don't think that would happen, Ken. They're clearly very out of touch. Thanks to resub Chody. I'm a competitive compound bow archer, and seeing the stupid bow game in the Olympics after years of thousands of people petitioning to get compound archery into the Olympics is just straight up insulting. Hey, You chose a physical sport in a digital age, my friend. It's tic-tac-bow all the way. Get your iPad out right now, brother. Hang up the compound bow because the future's here. We're tic-tac-bowing these days. Thanks to the Prime, Rusty and Dirty. And the bits Primal, Cheese, and Sylvie. Yeah, I mean, those are fine, Sylvie. I agree. What's the purpose of adding these to the Olympics? I don't know. I actually don't know. I could not tell you. Thanks for resub Spleen and the Prime Primal. Probably just on like a Jumbotron Sylvie would be my guess. Thanks to the bits, guns. Played lacrosse for 17 years and we've been vying for the sport to be back in the Olympics, and seeing this makes it such a joke. Once again, short-sighted physical cringe. 17 years of lacrosse. Imagine if he spent that 17 years in a real man sport like WSB Nintendo Switch $1 eSport or Nintendo Switch eShop baseball. Silly. So silly. How could you not have seen this coming? All the signs were there. I knew this game would eventually be in the Olympics. Just look at it. This was destined for greatness. From the Nintendo eShop to the big stage. Thanks to the gift sub. Eskio and the resub. Currently Opakai and the Prime Schlo and Mr. The resub Kyosha. Thanks to the tier 1 tired. No, I want them to give out full medals and everything. Legitimately, I think that'd be so cool. This event will be this year, separate from the Olympics, so basically just an esports event organized by the Olympics Committee, but it has nothing to do with the actual Olympics. Yeah, that's kind of what I feared. I knew it was its own separate spin-off event, but I still thought it'd be like some kind of package deal with the Olympics where it's ahead of the actual Olympics but still matters. But I guess maybe you're right, maybe that's not the case. I just don't even understand the point of doing it then. This seems worthless. Thanks to resub Harmon. True Lodge. Thanks to the bits edgy. Well, that's super cool. Hope you guys are having fun there. Olympics want some of that sweet esports cash flow. Oh yeah. That esports cash flow of bankruptcy across the board is huge. Thanks to the Prime R-Dog. Yeah, we went over the Pokemon stuff. Thanks to resub Jazzy. Should we embrace this? The more of us who interact and put into these games, the more likely we'll get real esports eventually. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. Let's say this goes amazing. Let's say this is the peak viewership of the Olympics. Everyone wants to tune in to watch tennis, clash, WBSC, pro backyard, baseball, whatever, tic-tac-bow. I think next year they'll be like, all right, more mobile games. I don't think they'll ever go into like an actual esport. No shot. They'll just choose like other mobile adjacent sports games. I'm going to give sub Ethereal and the resub Tuna, Tanber, and the Prime Dibsy. And I've said this before, I do not think esports should be at the Olympics. I think that is a silly idea in the first place. Esports is one of the few things that just actually doesn't need it. And is probably better off without it. For like 100%. Thanks the resub G-Shan and the bit Sylvie. I'm happy it's shitty mobile games as opposed to League though. Yeah, but that'd be cool if it was League. But I still just don't see why they'd ever do it. And I actually think it'd be like a net loss for the esport. It'd be put on an international stage and ridiculed to levels no one's seen before. These are the bits Orfeo and Sylvie. Have you heard of Rollerman Jean-Ye Blondo? What? Rollerman Jean-Ye Blondo? This is a prime selfie. What is that, a sport or a person? This might just be porn. Hold on. Let me check up here. Oh, it is a person. Rollerman, the extreme sportsman who created a roller skate suit. Jesus, he's like a fucking transformer. That's cool. What's the sport, though? I don't know why you think this should be a sport. This is just a cool thing in general. I guess you could make like a rollerball style game out of it. Give it like a basket to dunk in, and you have to like go through obstacles while the other team tries to tackle you or something. This shit is cool. How do you stop? That's a good question. I have no idea. I can't quite tell. Thanks to the resub Ghosts and King. Yeah, I love this design a lot. I think that's a very cool thing. But yeah, I have no idea what the sport would be. You'd have to give it some kind of overarching objective, as opposed to just a speed thing. I don't think that'd be cool. But if you give it something like a rollerball, or even straight out of Alita Battle Angel when they play that, what's it called? Motorball. Yeah, if you give it like motorball, rollerball, you can make something cool out of it. Thanks, Arisa. Hazel, Assyrian, and Barley. You see the new Final Fantasy 16 gameplay? Looks insane. No, I haven't yet. I did Moist Meter Elita when it came out. Did you hear that Frey from Forspoken dissolved the game voice crack dissolved the game studio with her freaking mind? I saw it in chat yesterday, but I didn't bother to look it up. Did the company behind Forspoken actually get dissolved? Oh no. Forspoken developer will be folded back into Square Enix. Oof. Well, can't say I am super shocked. The game didn't necessarily succeed. Well, rough. She did just do that. I guess she does that now. Thanks, the resub blubber. This was their second game ever. The first was Final Fantasy 15. Oh, I didn't know they worked on that. I liked 15. Wasn't amazing, but I liked it. This was a huge step back. Thanks, the resub. Nim. Did you ever watch Velma? I didn't finish it. I planned on muscling through it, but it was truly just too miserable. It was too much. That shit sucked. Yeah, I saw Ludwig got his car back. That was good. You're gonna watch the Tartaria response video by Mind Unveiled? Oh, I actually saw that in my recommended. I forgot all about that. That was such a surprise. Where is it? I think they were dunking on me for not being a believer in Tartaria. So it was an hour-long response to like our 15 minutes of me confounded by the Tartaria belief. It was just like too long, so I didn't sit down and watch it, but goddamn. I think the resub precise. Watch with us? I don't know, man. It's an hour. Like, I love the sillier beliefs like Tartaria, Atlantis, and all that, but I don't really want an hour's worth of explanation on old maps and why it's proof that Tartaria was once this outrageously advanced technological civilization planted and erased. It's just, ugh. Alright, I'll check out the beginning, I guess. But yeah, it's just a little much.
What's up, everybody? We weren't really planning on posting a video today since we're working on a few big projects, but something pretty
Is there
crazy
some booty
happened,
eating?
and it made us really think. Basically, Moistcritical, Charlie, otherwise known on YT as Penguin Z0, just
Destiny
found out
gameplay
about
is fun,
Tartaria,
yeah.
and our channel was mentioned by someone while he was on stream.
Check out the conspiracy about Tartarian. Is this another reptilian thing? It wasn't, by the way. Tartarian Truth. Oh, it's an entire channel. Wait, what is it? I just want the basics. Tartarian Truth. The lost city. The lost civilization of Tartaria. This is the truth about Tartaria.
God, I wish he was going to say Atlantis, but he's going to say Tartaria. So here's the thing that you need to understand
Thanks,
when you
slime.
come across
How long does this clip play? Here,
I
just want to see the response. With a name like that.
But if you're patient, after explaining the main premise of Tartaria and what we're even discussing, we can go into more detail and provide supporting arguments after the initial brief explanation. Tartaria is the biggest conspiracy, meaning it's not an officially approved narrative, yet in terms of the implications and magnitude of the topics covered and the cognitive dissonance associated with it is so great, it could be rightfully considered the largest conspiracy. Essentially, it all begins with all our taught history being, for the most part, a lie. So much
yeah,
so
I remember that
it's
from the
mind-numbing to even
brief
fathom.
summation.
Sure, there are likely some truths sprinkled in there. I'm not saying that everything that has happened has been faked, but more likely that it was set up to play out in a specific way. What Tartaria boils down to is fabricated histories in stolen cities. For example, what if I was to tell you that New York, Chicago, or any other major United States American city for that matter, was not built in the manner that they tell us, and was actually already here in America before the European settlers? Imagine that our cities are just recycled. That would be too crazy, right?
It's not that crazy. It'd actually be super cool. It's just... And I did see some of the evidence on that night. It just wasn't great evidence from everything I saw. A lot of it hinged on old maps that were not very accurate. It's not like every map made from old times was right on the money, obviously, because they didn't have the same technology we did. So a lot of it was guesswork. Some of it was just blatantly lies. There was a lot of problems with that as evidence. And then one of them being like the mud flood, which buried half of the buildings underground, is an outrageous thing to claim. So a lot of things that they'd show, I don't think it was this channel, but a couple of other channels would show, like, when you dig underneath a building, you can see that the building extends a little bit further beneath. It's like, okay, I don't think I need to explain why that happens and why that's there. It's just, there wasn't a ton of, like, compelling stuff. But I love it because it's just one of the harmless, more interesting ones. I had no problem with it. Teaching that everything in history is a lie is a little dangerous, but it's framed in a way where it's just about how civilization came to be. So it's not, like, harmful or anything. Thanks to the resub. Football, Timbo, Shiban, and the Prime, Kelvin. You see the Goatman video on the cheating epidemic? No, I can't say I did. Sacramento is literally built on top of existing buildings. Yeah, not just Sacramento, though. There's a couple other places, but it's not Tartaria. They're not built on Tartarian underground cave-dwelling society. But yeah, it's not just Sacramento. Oh, we were just talking about it like 6 months ago. There's another city that has like a literal city underneath it too. I can't remember which one it is now. But there's a couple. There's a couple big ones. I think it was Seattle. Might have been Seattle. Yeah, that's not uncommon. It's not proof of Tartaria though. You can actually find a ton of information on why that is the case. But the belief here is that all of that's a lie, and it all ties back to this super hyper advanced civilization from of Tartaria. Thanks, Resub Duke. And the resub Nulon, Mishi, and the Prime Mike, and the resub Task. You can do tours of the underground in Seattle. Oh, so it was Seattle? Seattle was one of them? Thought so. in the resub eel. And thanks to the resub prime. The space launches soon. That's hype. He gave a ton of other cities. Yeah, like I said, it's not uncommon. But the whole belief hinges on everything, as he just said in that video, everything you've been fed in history is a lie except for a couple of sprinkled truths, which is a little dangerous to say everything in history is a lie. I'm sure there is a lot of fabricated history out there that's accepted as fact right now, but to say all of it's a lie is very bold. And then to tie it back into Tartaria, when there's overwhelming evidence to explain why some cities are built on top of other buildings, is a little extreme. He didn't say everything. What? That was literally his words, not
For
mine,
example,
right?
but more like, essentially, it all begins with all our taught history being, for the most part, a lie.
All of our taught history, for the most part, being a lie, aka everything, and then the sprinkled truths.
So much so that it's mind-numbing to even fathom. Sure,
you
there are
not
likely
even
some
listen to it?
truths sprinkled in there. I'm not saying that everything that has happened has been faked, but more likely that
See? All of our taught history is a lie, for the most part, except for a couple sprinkled truths. He's a prime push pop. And Saber. Have you... Have you... What? Have I what? You're just a CIA goon trying to cover up the Tartarian genocide. I can't remember what the explanation was for why the Tartarians ceased to exist and the cities were ruined and built on top of. I can't quite recall. But I feel like if you were going to cover up Tartaria being, like, destroyed and everyone murdered, why wouldn't you have also covered up Christopher Columbus and his atrocities? Like, if you're going to do one, why not do the other? So just, I don't know, there's just so many, like, logical leaps that you have to just suspend your disbelief on to accept the Tartarian narrative from everything I've heard from it. Granted, I didn't finish all of the documentaries or anything. Thanks, the resub, Adam. It's sad that someone will defend this kind of belief to death. I'd rather this be the kind of belief people defend to the death. I would much rather these be the beliefs people defend to the death. Because at the end of the day, it's just kind of like a fun, like, harmless one. Maybe all of our history, for the most part, is fake. And Tartaria was real. Doesn't change anything about modern living. Doesn't hurt anyone at all. So it doesn't matter. Like, it's totally fine. That's why I never have any problems with things like these kind of things. I am always a little put off when they say, like, believe everything is a lie. Or don't believe anything except me. Everything here is a lie except me. That's always a really weird thing to go with. I don't know if necessarily the Tartarian Society says that, but assuming they don't, it's totally fine. There's nothing wrong with that. Thanks to tier 1 quick in the resub simply and infinity. Thanks to the bits girth and the resub Clint. There, hold on. Tiana's going to bed. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna say goodnight. Be right back. Thanks to the bits mage. I'm back. Thanks to resub Velastor and the Prime Strain and gift sub Cheese. SpaceX launch in 6 minutes. I'll keep my eyes peeled. Fuck was that? Dog toy. Thanks to resub Fat Man and the Prime Sif. There's a resub crispy. See the AI rock paper scissors anime? Yep. We already talked about that on stream. I thought it was very, very interesting. Thanks a resub. Kindle. Yeah, I'll watch the space launch. Probably can't put it on stream or anything, but I'll check it out. I'll watch a rocket go into space real quick. Thanks a resub. Johanna and Suddenly. Tier 1 Opera Day and resub Pat. Would NASA really DMCA? I have no idea. Couldn't tell you. Thanks a resub Jake. Yeah, I'm still just not going to take the chance. It's not that big a deal. I don't fuck around with it. People are getting banned on Twitch left and right these days, man. Shit's a battleground. Thanks a resub Debated. Thanks for the 10 gift subs, Rod. Appreciate it, man. I don't think it'll be necessarily NASA that do it. It might just straight up be Twitch or something. I don't know. Again, the point is, there's just no reason to even fucking risk it. Not with how many bans are being tossed out. Thanks for the bits, Alex. Thanks to the resub Shebe. The resub Aqua. So I don't know about the Crew 6. I haven't kept up. What's the mission? Figure out where all these UFOs are coming from? Thanks for 10 gift subs, Fox. Appreciate that. The Prime. Gnome. They're landing on the moon. We're going back to the moon? God, it looks miserable to be in a spaceship. Holy Lord. I know, like, astronaut used to be a really sought-after profession, but Jesus Christ, it looks fucking miserable. It is a scary job. It would be very terrifying. Super lonely out there. No internet. Can't even game. Well, actually, I think they do have some kind of like limited internet access or something from everything I've seen. But it certainly wouldn't be a good enough connection to be playing things like CSGO. Just use a Switch. True, I guess. Could bring a Switch. Thanks for resub Celtic and the 5 gift subs Spleen. They used to be bigger than rock stars, I know. Astronauts used to be tier 1 celebrities. They still should be. But they're just really not anymore.
T-minus
30 seconds.
30 seconds.
T-minus 30 seconds and counting. All teams pulled go.
Things a bit Sylvie in the Prime Trinity. Whew.
15 seconds.
I love that NASA streams on Twitch.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3.
So what is the mission, by the way? Is it actually to the moon?
1. Engines full power. And lift off. The Crew 6. Go Dragon, go Falcon.
They're not going to the fucking moon. They're going to the ISS again. Why'd you lie to me?
Engines on the first stage. Hearing good calls. Stage 1 propulsion is nominal.
There she goes. Over 600 kilometers an hour.
Into the 6th rotational crew mission on board Dragon and Falcon 9. Power and telemetry nominal.
Things to read some software. It's a 6-month ISS mission. Okay.
Stage engines will begin to throttle down in preparation for max Q, which is
It's nuts how fast they go.
pressure that
Yeah.
the vehicle will experience during flight.
That is some crazy speed.
I call out their indicator.
What's always crazier to me, though, is the speed of light is still infinitely faster, which just blows my goddamn mind.
Alright, now that we're past max Q,
1 Bravo. Copy, 1 Bravo.
Like, speed of sound, they've crushed. That shit gets slapped around. Speed of sound is some pussy shit, but speed of light is still incomprehensible.
Of the Falcon 9 and the Dragon as they make their way up the eastern seaboard. In the event of an abort, these different abort modes would indicate about the position where Dragon would land, as well as indicate what series of maneuvers Dragon would indicate. But so far, we're hearing good calls.
Over 3,000 kilometers an hour.
On its ride uphill. 1 minute 53 seconds into flight.
It gets funky when you start thinking of time dilation
we're about 30
near the
seconds
speed of
away
light.
from main engine
Yeah.
cutoff, which will be followed quickly by stage separation and second engine start.
It's very dark out. I
which
can't
is the
quite see
ignition
it.
Of that MVAC engine on the second stage.
Things
Now
are
about
resub
10
null.
seconds away from main engine cutoff.
Over 7K. Jesus.
Copy, 2
Stage
Alpha.
separation confirmed.
There you can see on your screen confirmation of stage separation as well as ignition of that second stage engine.
Thanks to resub elite. Why does the rocket fall apart? Oh, you're talking about the
Second stage is
separation? I
now
don't know.
Carrying the Crew 6 astronauts
Probably to
to
get
orbit.
the
Beautiful view there on the
giant
left-hand side of
fucking
your screen coming from the
canister of
first stage,
explosive material off.
which, as you can see, is still gaining in altitude.
Not
It
a
has not
rocket
yet
scientist.
reached its apogee. A beautiful view of the Florida Space Coast there in the background.
Meanwhile, we're tracking good performance on that MVAC engine. On the screen to your right, we'll be hearing periodic performance calls about once
What the
every
fuck,
minute.
Sylvie? I have no idea.
The
It's resub
status
Swift.
of the trajectory of the second stage and the Crew 6 astronauts that are inside Crew Dragon Endeavour. We'll also be hearing call-outs, just like you heard just there, as we pass over the various ground stations along the ascent track.
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
There's that performance call-out.
Approaching 8K. Thanks to resub
As with
Carson.
the first stage there on the left-hand side of your screen, that first stage still gaining in altitude, although
That view
that
of Florida
gain
is insane, bro. I can't
slowing
see
down.
shit. It's so dark out.
It will be making its way back down to Earth, landing.
But yeah, I bet that view of Florida looks
attempting
nuts.
a landing on our drone ship. Just read the instructions, which
There's
is
the resub
located
nuclear.
off the
I
Florida
don't know what that
coast
is.
by
Is
a
that?
couple
Wait, you're talking about the
miles.
band, Ka-chow? Because that's a band.
The MVAC engine on stage 2 burns for 6 minutes After second stage ignition, we'll continue to see this engine burn until about 8.5 minutes into today's
We live
flight.
in a world where NASA streams on Twitch instead of the
Dragon,
news.
SpaceX, nominal
Isn't that
trajectory.
cool? I think that's just much better.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
I prefer that.
Again, these performance calls happen once a minute. Flight teams continuing to track the Falcon 9 and its ascent. Everything's looking good so far. You'll also continue to hear those check-ins of the ground stations.
Over 10K. Huge. Still climbing.
At this point in time, we're roughly 2 minutes away from the next major event, which will be the entry burn for the first stage. We will relight 3 engines, 3 M1D engines on that first stage to help slow the vehicle down as it re-enters
Uh-oh.
the Earth's atmosphere.
Stream went down there for a second.
We're approaching 200 kilometers in altitude. It's about 124 miles. Meanwhile, velocity,
Dragon, SpaceX, nominal trajectory.
good trajectory calls, about to pass 12,000 kilometers per hour.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
You need to
about
get to
7,500
17K
miles
to
per
get
hour.
into orbit. Really? I didn't know that. Thanks, the resub above AI.
Everything looking nominal for both first and second stages. Now coming up to T plus 6.5 minutes into flight.
Mostly what we're hearing
They
now
saw
are
an
performance calls
alien.
in the second stage.
Imagine.
In about a minute.
They finally
we'll
bust
see,
out and there's just like
a
6
series of
balloons
events in
out there.
rapid succession. It's been a pretty good pace since second stage ignition. About
Thanks to the resub,
less than a
Skyrat.
minute from now, we'll start to see
Dragon,
more action on the
SpaceX,
first stage.
Nominal trajectory.
SpaceX Dragon nominal trajectory.
As Gary mentioned, those callouts occurring about once every minute. Now we're about 20 seconds away from the first stage entry burn. That burn will last about 30 seconds and help slow the vehicle down as it
Oh,
re-enters
no, I didn't know that,
back
Ka-chow.
into the Earth's atmosphere.
I'm going to show the watch. Nah, I'm not going to risk it. You can just listen to
There
it.
you can see
H2 FTS has saved.
on your screen that
Right now
first
it's just
stage
the burn.
entry burn has begun. That booster sees high drag, which actually scrubs roughly 70% of the velocity by the time that the landing burn begins. So about another 10 seconds of this entry burn. Again, 3 engines relit, the center and 2 radial engines.
No, I didn't watch the Jake Paul
Conclusion of
versus
that
Tommy
entry
Fury
burn.
fight. I just know he lost. I just didn't care enough to watch it. It wasn't that big of a deal to me.
Wow, good performance on the second stage.
Didn't seem
Since
interesting.
second stage ignition, we've been in a 2 alpha abort mode. The next abort modes will happen in rapid succession.
Thanks, the resub,
to Bravo,
Zyme.
to Charlie,
The
Delta,
prime
and Echo,
wreck.
each indicating different series of
Resub
maneuvers
bug.
in the event of an abort scenario. But as you've been hearing through the periodic checks, we're seeing good trajectory, good performance on the Dragon and Falcon 9. Seco, second stage engine cutoff, would be coming at 8 minutes 48 seconds. Coming up on that event.
SpaceX Dragon Shannon.
Shannon.
Copy, Shannon.
Now off the
Thanks,
coast
the
of
resub,
Shannon,
Brindog.
Ireland. Standing by for Seco.
1 second of going the speed of light will take you 7 times around the Earth. That's so cool.
MVAC shutdown. Stage 1 landing burn.
And there we heard the call out indicating that landing burn.
Dragon, SpaceX. We have a nominal orbit insertion.
Great news there for
SpaceX Dragon copies nominal orbital insertion.
great news
Escape system disarmed.
for Dragon Endeavor.
Stage 1 landing way deployed.
Oh, shit. Here she
Attempting
comes.
to land on our drone ship. Just read the instructions.
Stage 1 landing is recognized signal.
And
Where'd we just land?
see on your screen, and also indicated by the cheers behind me.
Signal.
successful landing of this booster. Its first trip to space, and therefore its first landing.
On a boat. Yeah, but where?
An eruption of applause here at SpaceX Mission Control. And of course, after second stage engine cutoff, you heard that call that the crew is in orbit. They're now in a coast phase, where the second stage remains idle for about 3 minutes before...
In the water. Jesus Christ! Thank you, Atlantic. That's all I was asking. Off the coast of Florida.
Right on target.
I get that it was a goddamn landing pad in the ocean. Just asking where.
You can see this is one of the cameras that's pointing up into the trunk of Dragon.
These are misguided.
Of course, we're continuing to get views of the expansion nozzle at the end.
What's he watching? Oh, the NASA launches on Twitch, so I'm just checking it out. Kind of looks like a land center.
Is in orbit. Falcon 9 has almost done its job. It completed its job.
Actually, looks like the Moisty Esports headquarters up here.
Through the 6 minutes of the second stage, and of course, the more than 2.5 minutes of the first stage. Continuing in this coast period. We're heading to about the 12th
Basically over.
mark
Yeah, it's pretty much
after
there.
launch. So we're approaching 11 minutes right now.
Now we get to the part where they have to play Space Invaders.
Crew in orbit. Of course, we are waiting for that separation. You can see this view right here of the MVAC engine. The second stage really in just an idle position, really just coasting, not many commands being issued.
I saw the finals
from the
trailer.
Falcon 9. But of course, at the very end, we'll actually issue the command for separating the Dragon from the Falcon 9. You'll see a series, you may see a series of burns. The Draco engines on the service section of the Draco will fire and increase separation distance from the second stage.
Once again, live view there from the second stage, looking up into the trunk, which of course is the unpressurized section that goes along with the Dragon capsule to the International Space Station. That's where we are able to store.
I'm gonna do more Atomic Heart. Not tonight, but in general, yeah.
Is able to be exposed to the vacuum of space. So a great view there, looking up into the trunk. That will be hopefully the first views that we get of that separation event, which we're expecting here any second. There you can see on your screen confirmation.
Dragon separation confirmed.
I think not.
Of that separation confirmed.
Oh, there she goes.
Dragon Endeavor is now floating free in space.
We just go out there and just immediately start littering.
Falcon 9.
The Space Council probably fucking hates us.
Congratulations. Your flight is exactly 4 years after the flight of the Demo 1 mission. Like Andre said, all the best things take 2 tries. Happy that we could get you off tonight. If you enjoyed your ride, please don't forget to give us 5 stars. Over to LD for some words.
That's so cute.
A friendly reminder to put your sushi orders in for CRS 27.
Thanks, Resub Swan.
Have a safe ride to the space station, and we look forward to seeing you when you get home. Thank you for flying SpaceX.
Expected losses 0, Bermuda.
And SpaceX Dragon copies all. That was fantastic. Thank you.
Thanks to the bits, Kachow.
The Crew 6 astronauts.
Would I go to space? Absolutely not. There's not enough money on this Earth to get me to go to space. 0% chance.
And SpaceX
Nope.
Dragon, we'd like to really for the great ride to orbit today. It's greatly appreciated. May have taken 2 rides, but 2 times, but it was worth the trip.
Thanks to the resub, Garlic.
I guess I'll pass it over to Woody for some words.
Yeah, SpaceX Dragon, just want to say as a rookie flyer, that was one heck of a ride. Thank you. I would say put it as an absolute miracle of engineering, and I just feel so lucky that I get to fly on this amazing machine. Thanks to SpaceX, thanks to NASA, Commercial Crew Program, and our international partners.
Don't they have
work out there and a lot of painstaking
oh god, what the fuck is it called?
On testing.
Like the communal go to space together for rich people thing, like Dude Perfect did it. Don't they have that?
Some really nice words.
Yeah, thought so. Was that what it's called? Blue Origin? Not actual space, it's just super high up. Oh, it's low Earth orbit, not outer space. Ah, gotcha.
Международной командой, как Международная космическая станция, работая вместе на благо всего человечества. Today humanity takes another.
Remember when William Shatner did it and Jeff Bezos kept interrupting him? God, that video is iconic. And then he starts shooting fucking champagne on a bunch of women. William Shatner's like, that was one of the most powerful moments in my life, and Jeff Bezos just immediately breaks champagne and fucking interrupts him. That was awesome, yeah.
Well said, everybody. Allow me to say a few words in Arabic first. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah wa barakatuh. Alhamdulillah وصلنا الفضاء. بس بغيت أشكر
Why can't they have better
أمي
mics?
وأشكر عائلتي. شكرا
I don't
للقيادة
know, man. I
الرشيدة.
don't know how it works.
وشكرا لمركز محمد بن راشد للفضاء اللي أعطوني الثقة هذه. وكذلك أشكر كل من جهزنا ودربنا
Thanks to the bits to
لهذه
channel.
اللحظة التاريخية من مختلف وكالات الفضاء في أنحاء العالم. شكرا لكم جزيلا. شكرا SpaceX لإيصالنا للفضاء. I would like to say thank you for everybody. Thanks to my parents.
Yeah, I don't know what the ISS necessarily does either, to be honest with you.
Mohammed Barash Space Center for their trust. Thank you for everybody who trained us and got us ready for this mission. This is incredible. Launch with incredible, amazing. Thank you so much. And last but not least, thank you NASA. Thank you SpaceX for flying us to space. Go Dragon, go
Thanks a bit,
SpaceX.
Sylvie.
And allow me to introduce our fifth crew member. His name is Suhail.
Experiments in zero-G, pretty much. But you can get zero-G on Earth in those chambers. So I feel like there's just got to be something else. Something that you can only really do in space.
Summer and the beginning of cool time. And Canopus is actually the second
Oh, you can't get it
brightest
for
star
long
in
on Earth,
the
though?
night sky. And this is the second flight for Suhail, because he flew with astronaut Hazar Mansour in 2019. And many people think Suhail is an alien, but to me, on Earth in a spacesuit, but with high ambitions. Thank you once again, and talk to
There's a
you
bit
from
silly.
the ISS.
I have not played
Dragon
Stellaris.
SpaceX, we copy all those words. At this time, I can provide you an update that we had nominal dehumidifier activation and service section Draco checkouts. For your awareness, on hard capture hook 5, we did swap to backup motors, so you'll see that the nose cone opening did swap to backup. However, all hooks did indicate that they were traveling and look good on backup.
Nice. Thanks for Prime again. Cool. Do you listen to the radio? Oh, that's the NASA launch. The SpaceX Crew 6. Whew. Imagine NASA starts thanking subs mid-launch. That would be pretty cool. One of the guys like, yeah, Twitch Primes. You ever heard of them? We got them in space too, and it just fucking floods in. Do you think we'll actually be able to depart? Do you think we'll actually be able to depart to Mars by 2028? I think a lot of the things that we have deemed very far out of our reach are much closer now than they ever have been because of AI. I don't know how often I've preached about AI now, but a lot of grunt work will be handled easily by AI now, allowing for innovations to happen at a faster rate. But I don't think by 2028. That's still a little soon. But in general, I don't think it's too far. Thanks to Prime, Gingy Bear, and the resub Bork. How would AI help with that? What, for like the mountains upon mountains of like grunt work that goes into these kind of big projects? Should be obvious. That's like a really easy implementation of an AI. I don't remember what I was reading or who it was from, but it was something about how AI would be invaluable in the scientific community because a lot of it is going through previously researched papers and citations, and it's just a lot of actual labor hours, and AI being able to trudge through all of that would be really helpful. Like, even just on a simple side like that, that's just immediately just beneficial. Thanks to the gifts, the tier 1 Gingy Bear. It's already being used for stuff like that. Yep, I know. And it's just going to continue to get better. That's why I'm saying I think it's going to happen at even faster speeds. Thanks for your sub, Moon. Do you have any plans on doing... No. The new one just isn't that good, Tori. Have you seen the biocomputer scientists are developing? The biocomputer? No. I've been somewhat reading about quantum computation, but I haven't seen the biocomputer. That sounds like some kind of, like, Keanu Reeves replica shit. So, no, I don't know what the fuck that is. Hey, Dashi, no big plans, just shooting the shit. I hurt my finger in basketball tonight, so I don't really want to be playing any games, putting pressure on it. So I've just been shooting the shit, going over some wacky things like the Esports Olympics and all that. Thanks, resub, Andrew. So we can teleport matter now? Don't know what you're talking about. No idea. You see, TikTok is doing a 1-hour time limit for users that are under the age of 18. I saw the headline, but I haven't looked into it. I saw a lot of people debating it, though. Like, if it's, like, actually real or not. I'll look it up. Let's look into it a bit. If young people hit the new limit, they'll have to enter a passcode to continue to use the service that day. But they'll be able to opt out of the new measure, which TikTok says will be rolled out in the coming weeks. So this is nothing. This is literally nothing. It's actual just parental controls. This is fucking nothing. This is stupid. Didn't bother to read the article. Like I said, I only saw the headline on Twitter. And people arguing about what is actually going on. Hadn't read it till just now. But this is fucking stupid. This is actual nothingness. It is like the lowest level of parental controls on your kid's TikTok. Thanks to 5 Goose Subs Ham. And the resub Grape and Kaka and Pokemaster and Noble. Yep. Well, that's a bunch of nothingness. No, that's cool though, Mac. I can't say I saw that. Won't matter if Congress bans the app. They do that once a year. That is an annual thing where they discuss banning TikTok. They never do. It'll never happen. They banned it on government devices in Canada, which is mentioned here. And that's as far as that will ever go. Never gonna fucking ban it. It's too big. They make money off it too. We need it banned. I mean, I don't like the platform either, but I'm not for just shutting down entire platforms because it's full of cringe. I think the shit sucks, but I'm not going to lobby for it to be taken down just because it's cringe. Though it does actually literally just steal all of your data and spy on you, which I guess is a pretty good argument to ban it straight up. Not too far off from other apps, though. Yep, that's literally everything. Google's a huge culprit for that. Google, Twitter, Facebook, all of it's selling your data. But TikTok goes a step above that. It's a little more than that. Thanks, Resub Coctonio, Bloody, and Sky, and Zing. Pretty much nothing, Tori. Nothing cool. TikTok will literally read your texts. Can't say I read about that. Pretty sure Meta and Google have given information to the US government. They give information to literally anyone that'll buy it. What are you talking about? That's like pretty much every tech company. Thanks, the Bits guy. Not read text, they read your keystrokes, which is essentially the same thing. Oh, well, yeah, that is pretty much the same thing. The House Foreign Affairs Committee actually voted to give current administration power to ban TikTok US-wide. It's possible it will happen, but I don't think it will. Didn't we reach this exact same point when Trump was still in office too? I thought I vaguely recall that happening the exact same way. I even made a video on it like the first time this came up, but it still got slapped down at the end and they settled for a half measure. It is literally motioned once a year to ban TikTok. It just never happens. Banned from government devices. No, that was only in Canada. Well, actually, no, it might be in the US too. I can't recall. But this is a full ban on it. A lot of states already banned it. That's different than the entire country banning it, though. What states have it banned? Mississippi, Indiana, Louisiana, North Carolina, South Dakota, and Wisconsin. Those are the states that currently have TikTok banned. At least according to the first result here. How does it even work? No idea. I didn't know it was banned in any states like that. I thought it was only government devices. Oh, nope. That's exactly what it is. This headline is actual clickbait. In the second paragraph, nearly half the states that have banned the app have banned... Jesus. Nearly half the states have banned the app on state-owned devices. So it's still just the like actual in-power devices, not general devices. He's a Prime Viper. I was going to say, how do you ban an app by state? Yeah, I guess the logistics of that would be pretty weird. My company also bans it on company devices. Nice company. I think that's smart. Lisa Risa Belisa. Fuck it. I hate the brain rot TikTok's giving people. Every video now has like Subway Surfers or something underneath it because the attention span of people have been so decayed from constant stimulation that now even when they're just listening to something or watching something, they need something else to watch while watching it. It's so bad. It's so fucking bad. So if they ban it, I'm not going to cry about it. I certainly wouldn't be upset. But I'm not really for things just getting outright banned just because of cringe. But the whole spying thing, that I can absolutely see being very good arguments in favor of banning it. Thanks to the Prime Santa. I guess another really good benefit if they do actually go through with the ban this time, after threatening it like fucking 6 times already. Another really good thing is I think overnight you see a drastic decline in the clout goblin public nuisance behavior of people just making fools of themselves and just being rowdy out in the world. Everyone all at once will no longer have access to the device that makes them the main character. So they'll stop doing half of that look at me shit, which would be pretty hype. I think it would make YouTube Shorts grow. Probably. I mean, it'd be great for YouTube Shorts, I suppose, but it's a good start regardless. If it gets banned, can't they just bypass it with a VPN? Bro, they're fucking 8 years old, 10 years old, 12 years old. They're probably not going to be using a VPN. Thanks the resub dope. That's an old person take. I don't know, man. I really feel... we talked about this on stream not too long ago. I feel like at this level, most of those, like, kids, like actual kids, teenagers I know all absolutely know what a VPN is. They know how to pirate. Everyone knows how to pirate shit, torrent, all that. But I think kids don't. When I was a kid, that kind of shit was a little more common with, like, piracy and all that. So I had access to all that information earlier. Whereas now everyone's too preoccupied with constant stimulation on TikTok and shit. I don't think they're reading about it or learning about any of that. I just don't. I really don't. I'm not convinced. Like I was just talking about, they have to play Subway Surfers underneath the video they're currently watching because they need that perpetual stimulation. I doubt they can sit still and learn about a fucking VPN. I just don't think so. Thanks a prime, Jorge. Most people don't know how to pirate anymore. That's delusional. No, I feel like most people know how to pirate now. At least, I would think so. It's never been easier. Thanks a resub, Binny and Nicholas. Thanks a 5 gift subs, Dark. Appreciate it. Bits, Tori. I feel like that's just not common though, Tori. Thanks a resub, D. Thanks a resub, Zaza. You're out of touch. Not many young people know how to pirate. I don't know. I don't. When I say young, I don't think kids know how to pirate. Like I said, I don't even think kids know what VPNs are. But I feel like once you get to like that 16, 18, like later teen ballpark, I feel like all of them know how to pirate. I think it's a prime Zavcio. It's not like it would be hard to learn these days. Right, I mean, like I said, it's never been easier to pirate. It legitimately just hasn't. I just don't think a kid with that Zoomer brain of perpetual stimulation would actually bother to learn about VPNs or piracy, but I think that like in the teens, like the later teens, I feel like most of them have probably toyed around with piracy by now. Did you forget Coco Melon did a nursery rhyme about VPNs? Did they really? Shit. We're doomed. That's what I'm saying, Chase. Like, when I was growing up, I was learning about, like, piracy, torrenting, and all that, like, at a very young age. I just don't think that's super common for kids now. I feel like that's much more, like, of a later development thing now, where you learn about that. That's what I'm saying. Because, like, when I was a kid, LimeWire, exactly, a great, quick example. LimeWire is fucking peer-to-peer. Peer-to-peer piracy. I was using that in 4th grade. Thanks, the resub D-Lum. That's a good point, Chase. True. You wouldn't download a car. I actually just rewatched that ad. It floated around on Twitter. Did you know it actually doesn't say you wouldn't download a car? The original 2004 ad for that anti-piracy ad never says you wouldn't download a car. It says you wouldn't steal a car. And it goes through, you wouldn't steal a car, you wouldn't steal a TV, you wouldn't steal something else. It never said you wouldn't download a car, which I didn't know. I really had a vivid memory of it saying you wouldn't download a car. Had a full Mandela effect moment on that shit because I really remembered it saying you wouldn't download a car. It was an old 4chan joke. I guess it just really stuck with me then because I vividly remembered it saying you wouldn't download a car. Things are resub good weird. And the resub John Curie. The Prime Kona. What was the name of that ad? Here, I'll pull it up real quick. I actually can't remember, so I'll just do 2004 anti-piracy. See if we can just get the raw. Oh, here. Yeah, you wouldn't steal a car. Wow, this song, I know, it's vintage. This shit is a classic. Thanks a bit, Sylvie. Yep. Never says you wouldn't download a car. Crazy. I always thought, like, right there it was you wouldn't download a car. I really remembered it. Really did. Thought the whole point was about this, like, you wouldn't download a car, you wouldn't download a purse, like, immediately equating it to stealing off rip, but that was never the case. Had no clue. False memory the whole time. What was that track, though? I don't remember, but that was a big track for a bit. I think it's a tier 1 Vizzy, and the resub Naughty. Probably because of this ad. This ad was on everything. Fun fact, the producers of this ad stole the song they used and deceived the producer they hired. That's poetic. Thanks for resub, Silly Lily. Saw this, not the exact one, on Robots DVD. This used to be in front of like every major DVD. I don't really know why. I don't even remember why they would put this in front of DVDs because you've already purchased the goddamn DVD. Fucking worthless. And if you were pirating the movie back then, they usually just wouldn't have this part. It would just be the raw movie. So it was just you were just preaching to the choir. People who already just bought it. Fucking worthless. Thanks, resub Blue and the Prime Punch. Burning it to another CD. Oh yeah, I guess. I guess, but you already bought it. I don't know, I feel like it's just stupid. Thanks, resub assist. Thanks, resub Googus. I worked at Blockbuster at the time and it would play all the damn time on the trailers. Oh, that's miserable. At least it was a cool song though. Oh yeah, no, I remember back in the day, the bootleg DVDs. I remember a buddy of mine gave me Peter Jackson's King Kong. But he had got it from... fuck, where? He bought it from a street vendor. And it wasn't King Kong. And the... and the cover... fuck. What was it called on the cover? They totally butchered the name. It wasn't King Kong at all. Kong wasn't even in the fucking title of it. But yeah, like you always rolled the dice with bootleg DVDs back then. What the fuck was it called? That's gonna drive me crazy because it was kind of like Backstroke of the West for Star Wars, if any of you guys remember that. Damn, I can't remember at all. It's also been fucking 16 years since then, but still. There's some Copycat in the Prime Bigby. Oh, maybe I can find it. Because this was like a whole little industry of bootlegging DVDs and selling them on the street for a bit. Maybe it was a famous one. "10 brilliant bootleg DVD covers." What are the odds? No, no King Kong. But it was one of these. I don't know if you guys ever got any of these bootlegs. But it was like these. Yep, that's where Star Wars Backstroke of the West comes from. What is this? These were old bootlegs. It was big. It was big back in the day. I don't know if it still is. Probably not. I don't see why it would be. Sean Connery versus the Cock. That's a pretty cool one. I don't know that one, but that one's cool. Prob in foreign countries. Maybe that's where he got it then. I'm so foggy on the details. I just remember getting it and being so unbelievably disappointed that it wasn't the real King Kong. It was such a fucking disaster. The quality was trash. And it was... I don't even remember what it was, but it was not King Kong and I was mad. I wish I remember the name of it because it was pretty cool. He's a resub Miku. LimeWire kind of is back, but they're going for non-fuckable tokens. Cool. Rest in peace, LimeWire. Thanks to resub GVZ. It had a great run. LimeWire, FrostWire, they both had a great run. I was also one of the few people that used Ares. No one even knows what the fuck I'm talking about with Ares anymore, but that was another peer-to-peer. Bear Share was a good one. Don't remember Bear Share. Is Break So Bad Malcolm in the Middle or Breaking Bad? Probably Malcolm in the Middle. Still big in Mexico. I have the whole Naruto and DBZ in Spanish. Nice. And True Cachao. The resub Sammy. Thanks to resub Lord Cheese. Thanks to the resub Body Bag in Mashy. When's the Destiny raid? March 10th. Do you hear Eren Yeager will be in the next Fortnite Battle Pass? Saw people talking about it on Twitter. Not surprised. They already did a crossover with Attack on Titan and Call of Duty. Fortnite was a no-brainer. Thanks to give some Dizzy. Thanks to the resub Slice. Oh yeah, Redbox bootlegs are wild. Never got any bootlegs from Redbox. Why though? 12-year-olds now don't even watch Attack on Titan? You're just wrong. No shot. Kids watch Attack on Titan. I'm certain of it. He's the Prime Hika. There's the resub Dongs. Redbox theft was real greasy. Okay, I guess. I won't fight you on that one. Thanks to the resub No Gun. I can't say I've seen it, Sylvie. Must be an emote. Thanks, resub Gibbs. Have you seen the movie Congo? No. Did you see Sea Dogs announced he got the Twitch bag? Oh yeah, he got an exclusive Twitch deal, right? Exclusivity deal for Twitch. Congrats. I didn't know they were still doing that. I thought they phased all of that shit out. Surprised Kai didn't get one. I mean, I'm not. Like I said, I thought Twitch phased out those exclusive contracts. Even when they were doing them, they were offering like less than a third of what all the other big streaming platforms were doing. And then they announced that they're taking the partner revenue from 70-30 to 50-50 across the board. It's very clear they don't have the money to do those contracts anymore, even though they never really did in the first place. So I'm just shocked to hear they're still doing it. Thanks to the resub, Dallas. Thanks to the resub, Super Spicy. The Prime Saran Wrap. When did I join Twitch? I used to stream on JustinTV back in 2010, but then I stopped. Then I started streaming again in 2016 on YouTube, and then I came to Twitch in 2018. Man, it's actually been a long time on Twitch, huh? It's been fucking 5 years over here. Doesn't feel like that long. Thanks to Tier 1 Cersei. Might have plenty more Destiny 2. Well, yeah, we're going for World First on the new raid. Just not playing it tonight. Miko got banned. Why? I have no idea. Like I said, they're banning everyone right now. They're tossing bans out. Thanks to Resub Cosmic. Am I switching to YouTube when Twitch does the 50-50 split? I wasn't planning on it, but I guess we'll see. Thanks, Resub Peyton. And the Bits Fox. She got banned for self-harm. Okay. You still checking on the lunatic who posts videos of himself driving at reckless speeds on Twitter? Yeah, he was actually talking some shit to me today and yesterday. And then one of his weirdo friends. Of course I keep up. Wait, really? Yeah, why is that surprising? He's, like I said, that's a whole community of people. He's not the only one that do that. Drive at 100 miles per hour down residential roads for the sake of a fucking Twitter video. Most pathetic shit in the world. He will inevitably crash. Like, it is going to happen. Thanks to Prime Quid. The only thing you can hope for is that he doesn't take anyone else with him. Thanks to 5 gift subs, Nuno. Thank you, man. Thanks to the resub retro. You finished the campaign? Yes. Yeah, we finished Legendary campaign. I'm 1774 light. Is Destiny actually fun for you? Yeah. So I really like the gameplay, and I like a lot of the quality of life changes they've made. It's just the campaign had an absolutely not good story. That's my only complaint right now with Lightfall, is that the narrative was bad. They didn't explain anything. Nimbus was not a good character. But I am enjoying the game now more than ever. And prepping for Raid has actually been enjoyable because I don't have to farm fucking Gambit or PvP or anything. So I've been enjoying it. You see Gross Gores, I had the best cuckolding experience vid. I didn't watch it. I saw clips from it. That's just sad. I don't think there's anything entertaining there. That's just fucking sad. That is awful to hear. If he enjoys it, all power to him. Whatever. I don't really... I can't stomach to watch that kind of shit. I saw one of the clips where... I think it was him. This might have been a different cuck. But one of them was talking about how, he actually enjoys right after his girlfriend or wife, whatever it was, gets fucked by another man, and he cream pies her, then he gets to fuck her, and it's all covered in the other guy's cum, so it's really, fun for them. It was so demented. Thanks to the resub Waken Bacon. The Hot Pocket strat. Yeah, the sloppy second strat. Thanks to the resub Shovel. And the tier 1 Camilla. And the resub Happy. How's maxing RuneScape going? Good, I'm 2 Slayer levels away from max. And I've been like that for over a month now. I just grind only once a week. We'll get there, slowly but surely. Thanks for the 5 gift subs, Fox. I appreciate it. And thanks to the resub Oracle. How long will it take to get the last 2 Slayer levels? I couldn't tell you. At the rate I'm going, probably another 2 months. Ish. But I could bang it out in like 3 or 4 days if I wanted to. I'm just not in a rush. Thanks for the Prime. Snickers and the resub juice. And the resub meatloaf. And the bits wizzy or vizzy. Ugh. The Friday Night Funkin'. What? What about Friday Night Funkin'? Am I excited for the new Elden Ring DLC? Yeah, of course I am. Thanks for some happy. The bits ham. Did Gunnar make a video on that cologne? The what was it? I forgot what it was called. He sent me a DM about it. Did he make a video on it yet? No, not yet. Damn. I thought I saw him post something about it. It's a cologne by some goofball. Jesus, what was it called? It was called, like, Take Your Panties Off scent? Scent of panties being off? What was it? Hold on. I'll look it up real quick. He's just some fucking loser on Twitter who replies to, like, every tweet with his cologne brand. Here it is. Cologne with pheromones. What is it called?
I just want my life back. Darn you, Billy Nolan. If you don't want your life messed up, filled with random women everywhere, don't buy this fragrance. I repeat, don't do
What is it called?
You don't want these type of problems. I'm telling you, don't click the link.
Oh my god. What is the name? Liquid Party Remover. There it is. LPR Liquid Party Remover. It's just, I don't even think I could show it on Twitch because he just has a bunch of like women shaking their ass and shit saying that if you put on Liquid Party Remover you're gonna get laid. It is so goofy. Gunnar sent me that in a DM like a week or so ago. I thought I saw him make a video on it, but maybe not yet. Oh, it's Liquid Panty Remover? He needs a different font. Is it Liquid Panty or Liquid Party Remover? What the fuck? I think it is Panty. God, his branding is trash. Jesus fucking Christ. It is Liquid Panty Remover. Thanks, the resub caddy. Why would you remove a party? Brother, I don't know. This guy's brain is fried by Trin and Cologne. I don't know. I thought it was just a stupid name. Which it is. But I thought it was Liquid Party because the fucking cursive font he uses makes it seem like the N is an R because it doesn't fully finish. But yeah, it's a Liquid Panty Remover. The party is only starting. True. Thanks to the resub, Puffer. The video's on his second channel, GunnarTVLive.
Associates Pod. Someone tagged me.
No, that's not. Unless he has another channel. One that I don't know about. I thought he only had GunnarTV and GunnarTVLive. I swear I watched it. It's the third vid. No, this is him talking about it, right? I thought he made a whole breakdown on it, because this is when he found it on stream. This is about when he DM'd me it. That is the video. Let me see.
I found the goofiest influencer alive. That is the title I think I'm sticking with. I have written down so many titles for this because I don't want to clickbait it, but I want to clickbait it because it's true. So I wrote down like all these fucking titles. I mean, look at this. The most ridiculous influencer I've ever seen, the most absurd influencer I've ever seen. This is the artistic process right here. I'm not lying. It is true. He is the most ridiculous influencer I have ever seen in my life, based off of like 2 clips. And I'm fucking hook, line, and sinker. So here we go. The goofiest influencer alive. That's what I'm sticking with. And here we go. He's a fragrance influencer. He's a fragrance influencer. And I'm telling you, he's goofier than the other fragrance influencers who are already known as the goofiest fucking individuals on planet Earth. We're not talking about Jeremy Fragrance. We're talking about someone goofier than Jeremy Fragrance. Get fucking hyped. I love Jeremy Fragrance. This is the one I saw first on his Twitter.
Hey guys, let me give you another good reason I wanted to get this cologne. See, I used to be a little pipsqueak. I could barely curl these water bottles.
This is the video he sent me.
So
it's so good.
Not even over yet. It
is so fucking good. His whole Twitter is that, but he's so shameless. He replies to like any viral tweet with like, "This could have been avoided if you just bought my liquid panty remover." It's so great. Mobile game ad. No, he actually makes mobile game ads, but for his cologne. And with more ass. Actually, probably about the same ass as normal mobile game ads, to be fair.
Called liquid panty remover.
You see what I mean? Does that not look like liquid party remover? That looks just like liquid party remover. 100 fucking %. You can see why I got confused. It wasn't like a blatantly obvious panty remover.
Which just sounds like a date rape drug, honestly. Crazy branding.
True.
And this is a commercial he's made.
It does sound like a date rape drug.
If this shit's for real, check it out. It just ain't a fragrance.
It's a lifestyle.
Everyone's wondering, is this shit for real? Well, look at me in this bathtub with 2 women. This shit's for real.
Everybody who missed their chance to buy, this is your time to shine.
I always find it really fascinating in these things that the guy who sells it absolutely always looks like he's going through the most brutal midlife crisis ever. This guy is not young. He's got fucking frosted tips. He is straight out of like Backstreet Boys era. Trying to recapture those golden glory days of high school second string offensive lineman or something. And yet always do this same shit and look exactly the same.
What do they need to do, Clarissa? Click that link.
Buy it now.
Remember, you're a savage lion.
Amen, brother. I am a savage lion. Urgh.
Tell me I was fucking lying. In the outro, I mean,
So
tell
good.
me I was lying. Not lying. He's the lion. I'm not the lion. Tell me I was lying. I'm a savage lion. Roar. Did I underdeliver, overdeliver? I've seen one thing, and I'm telling you, goofiest influencer I've ever seen in my life. It's settled. That's it. He won. And I love this. Like, the women are, like, in the bathtub with him. Like yeah, liquid panty remover, that got us in here. We don't even like this guy at all, actually. We hate him. But he smells so good that we have to be here with him, is, I guess, the promise of it. I don't know much
Which is a
else
great
about
promise. Honestly, that's a nice little cheat code. You'd have the worst personality look like actual dog nuts, but as long as you're wearing a really smelly, great cologne, gonna get laid. That is great. If such a product existed, he would have been a multi-billionaire. He's one failure away from being Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite. Yeah, I guess.
guy. So I guess let's just fucking dive right in. I'm a savage lion. That was the outro.
Mm-hmm.
You need to get my cologne with pheromones.
Oh, yeah, that's his big thing. His cologne has pheromones in it, like unicorn tears or something. And that's what sets it apart and makes it so potent to make women just unable to say no to you, throwing themselves at you. The pheromones infused with his fragrance.
Creator and president of All Star Motivation. And I mean, fucking pimp. I mean, goddamn. Funny to have a tattoo of Jesus and you're selling something called liquid panty remover. That's just not congruent. Here we go. This is another
Yeah, but Jesus fucked. I bet. You won't find that in the good book, but I bet if you ask anyone from back in the day, they'll be like, yeah, that man laid pipe. So, I mean, I think it tracks.
This is his pin tweet. You don't want these types of problems. Whatever you do, don't buy this fragrance. Don't buy this fragrance. Oh, he's kind of doing a reverse call to action.
I saw him come this way. Come on, ladies.
Ever since I bought this bottle of cologne, my life is
This is the
ruined.
Joe Dirt persona.
Does he have a tattoo? What does that have? An armor plate? For a second, I thought he was tattooing the rest of the overalls on his body, but that's
That
like
would
an
have been so
armor
good.
plate tattoo. That is crazy.
These chicks won't leave me alone. They keep chasing me everywhere. Hold up, I think they're coming.
He missed one interesting tattoo that I was hoping he was going to point out. I didn't get a good look at it, and I've never really paid attention to it in the other times I watched this, but what the fuck is under his arm here, under his bicep? What is that? Is that a tattoo, or does he wrap himself with, like, some black saran wrap? Seattle skyline? Oh. Huh. What do you know?
Ever since I
thought he was tattooing the rest of the overalls on his body, but that's like an armor plate tattoo. That is crazy.
These chicks won't leave me
the
alone.
prime
They keep
Canadian
chasing me
Maurice Cody.
everywhere. Hold up, I think they're coming.
I smell him. This way.
I smell him. I smell him. He smells like garbage in the trash can.
I bought this bottle of cologne off the internet, and the warning said it was gonna attract the ladies. But I didn't think it was gonna work like this. I can't even go to the grocery store anymore. See, all I wanted to do was get some milk and some fried chicken.
There you are.
Can you please leave me
You're trying to get milk and fried chicken. Why are you in the cleaning aisle?
alone, random girl?
Good point. He can't even get the continuity right.
Do you see what
I can tell you why, though. There was already somebody in that aisle. And he felt a little bit of shame.
I mean?
This is kind of a funny idea for a commercial. Don't buy this cologne. I have girls attached to me all the time. They won't stop touching me in public. I hate it.
I just want my life back. Darn you, Billy Nolan. If you don't want your life messed up, filled with random women everywhere,
Thanks to the resub chicken.
don't buy this fragrance.
The women are fucking running into the window.
I repeat, don't do it. You don't want these type of problems.
How many girls did he hire?
Click the link.
Not enough. He should have had this like a World War Z situation where they just start like trampling each other, getting closer to the window until the pressure finally breaks it and it just shatters on Billy. That would have been ideal. That would have been fucking hype.
Don't click the link. God, does it also make women just like idiots? Just fucking running into the wall? God damn it, we gotta get to Billy. He smells so good. So that's the pin tweet. Let's keep going. I'm not sold yet, Billy. You gotta keep selling me. Bad taste.
If she don't like you,
What a
let her
great
really get
shirt.
your taste. Remember, you're a savage lion.
Okay, got it. So these are
Fucking awesome tea though, brother. Do you think he wears this out in public? I bet he does. I don't even know why I'm asking. I know he does. Fucking epic. I bet all of the freshmen in college love when Billy comes over bringing in beer and a keg, doing keg stands with him.
Savage lion.
okay, got it. So these are like his reaction video kind of things, I guess, where he does the same Savage Lion outro. Love it. And yeah, that shirt is something else. That is an atrocity for sure. LPR, liquid panty remover, got a girl whose panties are falling down. I don't know what the fuck else is going on here. It looks like he threw every graphic from PNG.com that they let him download for sex. This is ridiculous. Now this one's weird.
And it's
so
not enough.
He like is replying to someone else. Daily Loud says famous
Yes,
adult film
this is what I was
actor
talking
Ron
about.
Jeremy committed to mental hospital. I didn't even know that. And then Billy responds with, Ron was a big fan of liquid panty remover cologne. Link.
Which is amazing, by the way. So, for those that don't know, Ron Jeremy has like fucking 60 counts of rape. And a laundry list of other charges. He is a fucking massive sexual criminal. And Billy is so dumb that he thought this was like a good time to drop this ad saying that the fucking rapist, is a big fan of liquid panty remover. You couldn't draw up worse PR for a brand. I'll make Ron fucking Jeremy the face of liquid panty remover. At least that was the idea. He's done this to a ton of other tweets though, but this one was a really special one. Thanks to the bits Vizzy. And the resub Moradios, Greed, Toxic, and the gift sub Zirgus. He's trying to rebrand Ron. Yeah, maybe. Still doesn't get you sold. I can't believe that didn't sell you. Unbelievable. What more could you possibly want? Thanks to the resub Decipher. By the way, the cologne review hasn't been released yet. I saw it on his stream. Oh, well, that's what I was asking. That's what I was saying. It didn't seem like he had made that video yet. That's what I was talking about. Man seems scarily self-aware in the goofiest way. Oh yeah, you'd be an idiot to think that he's not self-aware. He is self-aware to a degree. Like 100%. Absolutely. This is not self-aware. This is self-sabotage. This is like masochism for your company. Like that is such an awful idea. It's not even like a good meme. Someone made a good comparison. Like about like... Oh, actually, I'm not even going to repeat the comparison, but it is a terrible idea. Thanks for the resub. Down and Decipher. I went to his website. I feel like I have every virus now. I would never go to a website of one of these companies because 100% they have no idea how to build a web domain. That shit is probably infested. Absolutely fucking infested. Peeing trending. What? How can anyone take this seriously? Well, I mean, it's not to be taken seriously, but to actually buy it as like a real consumer takes a level of absolute delusion that I think is almost admirable. Like, I 100% believe there are some young teens that think this guy's the coolest. No doubt. Like, holy shit, Billy Nolan is surrounded by bitches. Yeah, no, they're not paid to be there. They probably just really love the smell of liquid panty remover on Billy Nolan. What if it actually smells good? It might, I don't know. I will say, you have to tremendously fuck up to make cologne or perfume smell bad. That is like the one thing that no matter how cheap or how incompetent the people behind it are, it will always smell decent. You can't fuck up a fragrance unless you really do it on purpose. hard disagree. I don't know, man. I've smelled 1,000 of these goddamn fragrances. When I was doing the Gwen Stefani vaginal candle, or Gwyneth Paltrow vagina candle and her orgasm candle, I got deep into that fragrance game from all those goofy fragrances people used to push. I've never smelled one where I was like, this is offensively bad. There's some that are too strong, but it's not like they smelled shitty. They were just too strong. Like, I never smelt one that was like offensively shit unless it planned to be. Like, there was one that was what was it, like sewage and cigarettes or something? I don't know. It was a meme fragrance. It was meant to smell like shit, and it did. But I never smelt one that didn't try to be shitty that was bad. Axe spray? Even Axe, like, okay, Axe chocolate, I'll give you, is probably one of the worst fragrances that doesn't try to be shitty. I remember that one when I was a kid. I was even like, wow, it's gonna get me thrown out of school if I wear this. But like all the other Axe, they don't smell bad. They are just too strong. They are just too strong. It was as simple as that. I never smelt one except for chocolate, admittedly. That was just outright trash. But you can argue that because it is too strong, it is bad. I will give you that. I'm just talking about from like a pure aroma standpoint. It's not like the actual fragrance reminded me of like sewage and cigarettes, for example. Tier list fragrances. Nah, it doesn't even sound fun. Would you rather wear Axe chocolate or LPR? Oh, I'd wear liquid panty remover. Just for the sake of it. I think that'd be such like a good joke. There'd be one person that asks like, oh, what are you wearing? I'd be like, oh, that's liquid panty remover. Like 100%, yeah, I'd fucking wear it. I would never buy it. I'd never waste my money on it. Ever. But if I found it in a dumpster or something, and I was dumpster diving, I'd be like, oh, okay, well, liquid panty remover, whatever. I'll take it. According to his Wikipedia, Billy Nolan is single. I don't think the cologne works. Well, that's it working at maximal efficiency. He stays single by choice because he wants every woman on the planet. He's like that. He's like the villain from Kingsman, but instead of like that signal that gets sent to people's brain that makes them fight each other, he has a smell that gets into women's brains and makes them want to fuck him. So as he walks around, like women are just drawn to him, like in a cartoon where someone smells like an apple pie and they start like floating to it. That's Billy Nolan with the liquid panty remover. Thanks, the resub monster. He can't afford to get attached. The other women would kill whoever he chose. True. He does it for their own safety. Like the guy from Black Widow. Actual Black Widow plotline, yeah. Spoiler, I guess. But the main villain, his superpower is he's stinky. He wears a cologne that makes it so they can't hurt him. Actually, yeah, that is literally the plot point. He wears a stinky cologne that's subtle So when Black Widow's about to kill the main villain, she's like, "What? I can't kill him." And he's like, "That's because you smelled me." So he goes on to explain that he engineered a cologne that when smelt makes people unable to like do him harm. So the way she gets around it is she breaks her nose so she can't smell it anymore. It's so fucking bad. It's so bad. It'd be great in a movie that wasn't Marvel, though. Like a self-aware comedy. I actually think that would have went hard. But instead it's a fucking Marvel comedy, which is the worst fucking genre. There's the Prime's Augie and Red. And the Prime Blicky. What's the worst Marvel movie in your opinion? Ant-Man and the Wasp. That's down there with Thor 2. All have been ass recently. Oh, they're fumbling hard. Yeah, they are fumbling. Thanks, Resub Raven. That's what happens when you overwork your your VFX team and just constantly keep pumping out new shit without putting any real effort into it. Marvel formula's kind of faltering. People are getting kind of tired of it. He's the resub Seabowl and Donger. I'm a VFX artist working for a major studio and no one in the industry likes working for Marvel. Yep, I've heard that as well. What studio do you work for? Maybe you and Andrew know each other, if Andrew's still here. I don't know why I think every VFX department knows everybody. But maybe. Thanks, the resub Jordan. And the resub Weewo. Or Weewoo. Thanks, the gift sub Shazy. I'm not fixing the God Slap poster behind me. I've got a brand new frame coming with a new God Slap setup for it. That's why I haven't changed it and fixed it. Thanks to resub Unforgiven. You said that 4 months ago. I said that like 4 days ago. I just recently got it. Well, just recently started getting work on it. He's a Prime Skowski. And the resub Cubone. And Ballsack. Did you watch Did We Just Change Animation Forever from Corridor Digital? Yeah, I did. I found that to be absolutely fascinating. Just found out you made Godslap absolute masterpiece. Well, thanks, man. Glad you like it. Issue 3 comes out in 6 days, because it's the 2nd now. Thanks, Risa Brush. Did you see the artist? Did you see Twitter shitting all over the corridor video? I did. I'm not surprised. AI is obviously super controversial in anything art related. I think it is a little delusional to say it looks like shit. The technology behind it and the final product is beyond impressive. But yeah, of course people are going to be shitting on it because of the absolute detrimental effect it has on artists in the industry. I get that. It's not like I don't understand where that frustration comes from. But it does look bad. I guess different tastes. I actually thought it looked extremely impressive. Especially given that it was not actual, like, animation. It was more akin to, like, rotoscoping. Thanks a gift sub. Zergis. And the resub Enzo. AI is scary, but robo people would be so helpful. Well, yeah, of course. Anything like that is scary. Have you played Sons of the Forest? Yep, we played it on launch. It was alright. I feel like it's missing, like, the vast majority of its content, though. It feels emptier than the first game. It felt just totally lifeless. I think we played like 3 hours. We only encountered like fucking one raid on our camp. And to call it a raid is an exaggeration. It was like 3 warriors. Caves were cool though, but there was only a couple of those. When are we doing the charity stream? Are you talking about the one where I'm tattooing Aaron? Well, the original plan was January, but the parlor we were going to use for it had a huge issue come up. And there's no other tattoo artist that we were able to find for the longest time that would actually allow me to tattoo a real human being. But we did find a new studio pretty recently. I just need to finish getting my tattoo certification. So, hopefully pretty soon. Thanks to resub sampling. What's the design you're tattooing? The top donator from the charity stream still hasn't picked it out yet. Am I a hockey fan? Yep, I am. I do like hockey. Imagine the content you could make out of doing shitty tattoos on friends. I don't know if it's something we're gonna make a habit out of doing, but Aaron's super... Well, actually, I'm tattooing 2 people. I'm tattooing Aaron and Caleb. But past that, I don't know if we're gonna make a habit out of doing it. We'll see how those go. Thanks to the Prime Tiger. And the 2 gift subs, Jacob. Never figure out what the shittiest anime was. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched any new ones in a while. I got to episode 4 in X-Arm and it is so brutal. Right now I'm just gonna say X-Arm. That is an unwatchably awful anime. Holy fuck, it's so bad. So now I've been on X-Arm for like fucking 5 months. You watching season 6 of My Hero? Yep. What's your least favorite McDonald's item? Filet-O-Fish. I actually used to like it when I was younger, but I couldn't envision myself eating that now without getting violently ill from it. Thanks a resub, Jonas. Thanks to the resub. Cola Razor. The McRib was really bad. Actually, it might be the McRib. But that's a seasonal item. The McRib might have actually been worse than Filet-O-Fish. Either the McRib or the Filet-O-Fish, they're both so awful. So truly terrible. Alright, I'm getting tired now, though. Alright, I'm gonna call it a night. Alright, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. New subs, welcome aboard. Sub means a lot. Enjoy the emotes. I will see you all tomorrow. Have a great rest of your evening, everybody. Go on over to Caleb tonight. He's playing more Tarkov. Alright, thanks again, everyone. See you tomorrow.